Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because Asana is where humans and AI coordinate work together. AI can spot roadblocks and assign work in a snap, so everything and everyone stays on track. That's how work gets handled. That's Asana. Visit us at asana.com. That's ASANA.com.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Man, check this out. On this episode, what I want to do is a remix episode. Now, I know you listen to my homegirl, Britt Renee. I can talk about this all day. Her podcast, she drops a weekly podcast, friend of the show. That's my girl. She's been on here a gazillion times. I've been on her podcast. And she recently did an episode with the homie Baylor, BTG for President, and Open Run with BTG are his podcasts. They recently did an episode called I Sound Like My Parents. And it was a nostalgia piece that, you know, as a parent, I definitely understood, and I was cracking up listening to this episode, and I was nodding my head in agreement with everything. And the basis of the podcast was, as we become parents, and many of you who are listening or watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Many of you are parents. It's always interesting how, as children, we say to ourselves, well, I'm not going to be like that when I grow up. And more often than not, we are very much like our parents. I mean, because here's the thing. I don't know if you know this or not. Let me let you in on a little secret. There were no instructions that came with you when you were born to your parents, and they raised you. Hopefully they did a good job. More often than not, they did the best that they could with what they had, right? And so as far as trying to discipline you, that's one of the things that you have to give a child. You have to give them love, you have to give them discipline, and you have to give them an example to follow. But what's interesting in the discipline piece is that there are some things that your parents told you over the years that I think are universal. And so what Baylor and Britt talked about was just some of the sayings that their parents said. And lo and behold, many, many years later, as they became parents, they find themselves saying some of these same things. And so as I was listening, there were some that just, we both share in common. I mean, like they were saying some of the same, and it's interesting because there's an age gap between me and Britt and Baylor. I'm 10 years older than Baylor, and I think I'm either 13 or 14 years older than Britt, right? So I'll say 13 years older than Britt. So what's interesting is and we grew up in different parts of the country or whatever like that, but black parents, we have black parents. Some of this stuff is just universal. So I want to share with you just a few in this remix of some of the things that was said to me as a child that I have definitely repeated to my kids. And these are in no particular order. And my kids, I'm not sure if they're going to listen to this episode. If they do, they probably will be laughing. And here's the funny thing. They may even be saying these things to their kids many, many, many years down the line once they become parents. But here we go. First up, a hard head makes a soft behind. If I had $1 for how many times my mom said that to me. And what that means is basically like, if you're hard-headed, you're going to get enough spankings to where you're going to stop at some point. Like you just ain't going to keep cutting, as the old folks used to say, cutting the fool. I don't know if y'all said that out west at Baylor. But yeah, they used to say that all the time in the South. You were cutting the fool. But yeah, hard head makes a soft behind. Like, don't get yourself into trouble. Don't allow your unwillingness to follow instructions get your, behind spanked. The next one, and this is pretty universal. Go sit down somewhere. Man, I say that to my kids all the time, especially as they were coming up. Man, go sit down somewhere. Like translation, get away from me. Go sit down. Go over there and sit down, or go upstairs and sit down. But just go somewhere and sit down. Get out of my face. Speaking of face, the universal, fix your face. Man, if I had $1 for every time I even said that or it was said to me, I've said that quite a few times. Especially now that my kids are getting older and they're not as willing to hide their expressions. Like, you can pretty much see what's going on with them in facially. And yeah, I'm quick to say, man, fix your face. Like, I don't care about you being mad about what I said or what happened. Just fix your face. Especially if we're going in public. Fix your face. Another one Baylor mentioned, and this is universal. My dad used to say this all the time. Hey. That's it. Just hey. I mean, like, and I do that with my kids too, like, especially my boys. As many of you know, or maybe you don't know, we have 3 boys and our daughter. Our sons, at the time of this recording, Dion is 26, Cameron is 23, Brandon is 18, and Skylar is 13, soon to be 14. And so, yeah, especially with the boys when they were growing up, like, hey, cut it out, or I wouldn't say cut it out. I'd just say, hey. And I got that from my dad and my uncle. My uncle used to say that all the time. Like my uncle would never raise his voice. He'd just say, hey, and we straighten up. Oh man, my mom used to throw this one at me all the time. I can show you better than I can tell you. She used to say that all the time. I can show you better than I can tell you. Meaning that if you think I'm playing, try me. No, that I can show you. She used to say that all the time. And I've said that a couple of times with my kids too as well. Another favorite of mine, particularly with my sons. Don't make me punch you through that wall. I probably said that to Cameron, our middle son, more than anybody else because he's gotten the bulk of the threats. Because Cameron literally will make you want to punch him through a wall. And he's never disrespectful, but he's the kid that he's a typical middle child. He's going to push the line all the way to the line. And he's habitual line pusher. So I have to threaten to punch him through a wall, which I probably could. Even at 23, I think I still could punch him through a wall. Another one I used to hear from time to time, and I know I've said this to the boys a lot. Go put a belt on. Like, I don't like, I've never been a fan, and I mean, and they don't do the whole sagging thing, but I've never been a fan of your pants falling off your ass. So yeah, I'm like, man, go put a belt on. Like, and they are relatively skinny young men. So, I understand. I know, like, Brandon and I, I'm going to say we got into it. We had several discussions last year when he was in high school about the fact that, like, his waist is small and he's got a really he's got a nice frame, but he has a very small waist. And I'm like, and he's like, well, Dad, my pants are on my waist, so I don't need a belt. I'm like, no, put a belt on. Like, no, I don't want your pants fall. Even though his pants weren't technically falling off his ass, it looks better with a belt on. So put a belt on. And my mom used to tell me that all the time too, man. Put a belt on, tie my shoes. I would never tie my shoes. It was something, I don't know. It was a style for me. Like, I'd never tie my shoes. So she would always make me tie my shoes too. I didn't have to get on the kids about tying their shoes, but yeah, I'm always telling them, put a belt on. This is one that my dad used to tell us, me and my brother, my younger brother, Damon, that I have said to my kids, and they swear up and down, it makes no sense. Read it until you understand. I'm going to say that again. Read it until you understand. Now, they think that doesn't make sense, but to me, it makes all the sense in the world, because here's the thing. My kids in particular, they will come to me and say, Dad, I don't understand this. And my response is, well, did you read it? And their response will be, yes, I read it. Okay, well, tell me what it is that you read. Because see, here's the thing. To me, they're looking to get the answer from Dad. Now, Dad has the answer, right? I got the answers. But I want them to figure it out on their own. It doesn't make any sense if I give you the answer. You're better suited if you can search the answer for yourself, as opposed to Dad giving you the answer. So I tell them that all the time. Read it until you understand. Now, they maintain that makes no sense. Y'all tell me. To me, that makes all the sense in the world. If you don't understand something, because here's the thing. A lot of times when you're reading something, you're missing the context clues if you're just reading through it and you're not comprehending what it is that you're reading. Part of reading is comprehension. So read it until you understand it. My kids swear up and down like that's the dumbest thing ever. But I mean, that's my thing. And my dad told us that, and it worked. Another one. Life ain't fair. I always say that. Life ain't fair. Because here's the thing. My kids will say, well, Dad, that's not fair. Life ain't fair. And it ain't. And the reason why I say life ain't fair is because it's not. And I don't want, while I feel like I've given them a lot and we will continue to give them a lot, I don't want them to have expectations that the world is going to give them something, because nobody outside of these four walls cares about you. I don't care how many girlfriends you got. I don't care how many boyfriends you have. Nobody outside these four walls care about you. The people behind the front door, those are the people that love you. Those are the people that are going to protect you. Those are people that are always going to be there for you. And so I just try to maintain that to them. But I want them to understand that, no, life isn't fair. Life is going to throw you curveballs. They're not always going to be great. And so when you're dealt a bad hand, or you come through or come into some adversity, how do you handle it? Do you fall on the ground and kick and scream? Because guess what? The world's going to keep spinning. It's going to keep spinning. And it doesn't matter if you're on top or if you're at the bottom. It's going to keep spinning. So I always tell them when they say, Dad, that's not fair. I'm like, life ain't fair, because it's not, and the better off you'll be when you realize that that's true. Universal saying, because I said so. Well, why do I have to do that? Because I said so. Why do I have to clean my room? Because I said so. Do I have to clean the dishes? Yes, because I said so. I mean, like, that's just a Black parent staple right there. Baylor and Britt had that on their list as well. Yeah, because I said so. Oh, another one that's big for me. Check your tone. Check your tone. Now, see, here's the difference, and I've explained this to my kids too as well. They have somewhat of an opportunity to voice their opinion or say, hey, I don't like this, or can I talk to you about this? Wherein with my mom, no, Once she said it, that was it. There was no talking back. There was no, hey, let me explain where my perspective. No, once she said it, that was law. So it wasn't a whole bunch of talking after that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sergeant Major of the Army retired Dan Daly.
And I'm Lieutenant General retired Leslie C. Smith.
And we're the hosts of Army Matters. We bring you stories from the battlefields to the barracks to the boardrooms.
We have stories of bravery, of leadership, friendship, family. Stories of how I kept Dan Daly out of trouble for all those years in the Pentagon.
Follow or subscribe to Army Matters in your podcast app right now.
The most sustainable way to love fashion isn't to stop shopping. It's to simply change the way you shop. So, change the way you shop with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest, most trusted source for authenticated luxury resale. Every item kept in motion extends the life cycle of luxury and keeps it out of landfills. So, whether you shop secondhand on therealreal.com or exclusively purchase pieces you can sell back into rotation later, pass it on when you're done by selling it with The RealReal. You'll get money to shop Loewe, Celine, Prada, and more new-to-you finds. Then, repeat the cycle, guilt-free. Sell to shop, shop to sell with The RealReal. And only for the month of April, earn $100 extra when you sell with The RealReal. Go to therealreal.com to get started and earn $100 extra this Earth Month at therealreal.com. Terms apply.
If you work in university maintenance, Granger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Granger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRANGER, visit Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
So checking your tone, I never got hit with check your tone because I couldn't say anything back. So, and even if I did say something back, I was trying to probably trying to mumble it. It wasn't something I was going to be talking about openly. But no, check your tone. You can't talk back. You can't talk any old kind of way. And you definitely can't be talking sideways to Mom Dukes, because that's going to be a problem. What other one? Oh, universal. This one's universal in almost every household. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? To this day, in 2025, I still don't know who Boo Boo the Fool is. I don't even know who Boo Boo is. And I don't know why they felt like Boo Boo was a fool. But the flip side of it is that, we were told that Boo Boo the Fool was somebody that you thought was, I guess, supposed to be your mom or your dad. But when they hit you with, do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? I mean, like, it's a rhetorical question. You can't say, yeah, you do kind of look like Boo Boo the Fool. No, you can't say that. But yeah, that means you're not going to get one over on me. So if your mom hit you with, do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? I mean, there's really no answer, because you can't say anything. I used to get this one all the time. Get off that phone. Get off that phone. Now, it's not the same for the kids because there's no house phone for my kids to be on. There's, they have cell phones. So I could say, get off your cell phone, but I mean, it don't hit the same. But like at 85 or 89 or 91, if somebody told you to get off the phone, oh, you were crushed. At least I was, because the phone was where you was, communicating. We didn't have cell phones, so there were no text messages. So yeah, getting off the phone, man, that was amazing. And I mean, like, and Baylor talked about it, like, don't let it be like two different, phones or whatever like that from the same line. Like, you're on the phone with your girl, you're talking or whatever like that, and your mama just pick up the phone. She just and she ain't even listening. She just picked up the phone and just started dialing. I had that happen to me several times. Another one that is very common. I said it a lot, and I heard it a lot growing up. Stop all that crying before I give you something to cry about. Now, actually, that's an oxymoron when you think about it, because if you're already crying, you really can't give me any more to cry about because I'm already crying. But what they're trying to say is like, look, if you don't stop crying, I'm going to spank you even more. Because see, here's the thing, I probably already got a spanking to start my crying. So technically you're not going to make me cry even more, but at least that's what they would tell us. So yeah, stop crying. Stop all that crying before I give you something to cry about. Again, it doesn't make sense, but your mama said it, I said it, and I said it to my kids, and we've all said it to our kids. Oh, this is one that I was waiting on Baylor and Britt to say, but they never said. And I used to get hit with this one all the time. You got some McDonald's money? Because the preceding question was, can we go to McDonald's? And your mom would follow up by saying, you got some McDonald's money? And I didn't really understand that at the time because I'm like, you got money. I just saw you just had $20 in your hand. Now, I don't know that $20 is going to pay the electric bill, but I mean, I want to go to McDonald's. And there was nothing better than going to McDonald's. I mean, like that was the ultimate treat back in the day. And so like, it's not like now where you can go to McDonald's or you can go to Burger King or wherever you can go to. There's no treat in going to McDonald's because you literally could go to McDonald's every day as an adult. And these kids nowadays probably eat so much other stuff that McDonald's isn't even as fly as it used to be. But for us in the 70s and the 80s, yeah, you would get hit with that question. You got some McDonald's money? And the answer was always no. And so if you didn't have any McDonald's money, you probably weren't going to McDonald's because your parents weren't going to pay for McDonald's at that particular time. Another one. I used to get hit with this all the time, and I was waiting on Baylor to say this. Do you think money grows on trees? Listen, shout out to Kendrick, but I've never seen a money tree before. If there is such a thing, my mom probably would find it. Because when you would ask for money, that would be the response. Do you think money grows on trees? And obviously the answer is no, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know where money comes. I'm 10. I don't know where money comes from. All I know is you got the money. I don't have a job. You got the job. So if I ask you for some money, you should be able to buy me whatever I ask for, or at least give me some money. Another one that was universal, I heard a lot. I didn't really hit my kids with this that much, but when we get in the store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. I may have said that a couple of times, but not. I used to get hit with that all the time. When we get in the store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. Man, my mom didn't. She ain't play when it came to that. Now, the next one I say all the time, even to this day, turn them lights off. Like my kids are bad with, they will leave the room and they will leave from upstairs and come downstairs and the lights, the TV, all this stuff is on. And I'm like, yo, how hard is it for you to hit the light switch as you're walking out of the room? But I mean, you don't think about that as a child because guess what? You ain't paying the bill. So you don't know. You just know every time you hit that switch, the light comes on. Well, guess what? If you keep leaving the lights on, the bill's going to be high and I'm not going to pay it. And guess what? You're going to hit that light switch and there's not going to be a light to come on. But yeah, I used to say that. I used to hear that all the time. And turn them lights off. My mom used to always say that. Turn those lights off. Turn that TV down. Listen, I probably say that more now than ever because, and I don't think it's because I'm old and washed. Well, it might be because I'm old and washed, but I just don't like loud TVs. Like in my house, like, I don't know, for some reason in some of the rooms, well, I mean, like if you have like in our living room, for example, or excuse me, in our family room, like there's hardwood floors. So obviously there's the sound is going to bounce. And these kids, they don't have any concept of sound. I do because I'm a technical type person, but like sound bounces or whatever like that. So you don't need to have the TV at 15 on the volume. At 15 is too loud. And here's the thing that I've noticed as I've gotten older. You could be watching a program and your volume is at 13 and it's fine. But when the commercials come on, the volume goes to 17. Even though you haven't technically turned your TV up, it's just louder. So now I'm like, man, turn that TV down. I'm always saying that. I tell my wife that, like, turn the TV. Like, I don't like even if we have the TV playing on at night and we're asleep, turn it down. Like, I don't need to hear. I don't need, if we're watching the Cosby Show, I don't need to feel like Theo's in the room with us. So yeah, I'm always talking about turn the TV down. Oh, this was another one. I didn't really get hit. I don't really hit my kids with this, but I got hit with this. I don't care what Tony's mama does. I'm not Tony's mama. And I'm just using Tony as an example. Yeah, you can't be comparing mamas. Because my mama ain't going for that. The ever-present keep playing and see what happens. Man, if I had $1 for every time my mom said that, keep playing, because you playing in school, you playing at work, you playing around in the house. Keep playing and see what happens. The see what happens means that, like, there's gonna be a consequence that you're not ready to pay for at the end of whatever it is that you're doing. Oh, this was another one. You don't believe shit stinks. And listen, I don't care where you are, shit's gonna stink. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's bird shit, it doesn't matter if it's dog shit, it doesn't matter if it's your shit. Shit stinks. But when they hit you with the you don't believe shit stinks, you better listen to what it is that they're saying. And I've said it to my kids before as well. The universal didn't I tell you blank, blank, blank. When your parents say didn't I tell you, it's the ultimate I told you so, but they don't want to say I told you so, but they are really, really upset because, like, I told you and you didn't listen. And now I'm having to tell you again. Yeah, so you don't want the didn't I tell you. The universal one, especially in the summertime, stop running in and out of my house. Man, I got that all the time as a kid growing up. Stop running in and out of the house. Stop letting air out the side. Stop letting the good air. Don't stop letting my good air out the house. That was very much present in the South, especially in the heat. You couldn't let the good air, and that was cold air, folks. Couldn't let the good air go outside. I don't know if the good air got beat up once it got outside, but yeah, you can't be running in and out of the house letting the good air out. Another one that I would tell my kids, and I actually asked them about this the other day, and they said that. I would say it would be nice if I could see the TV, because for some reason my kids would literally and figuratively stand in front of the TV or stand to where they were blocking my view of the TV, particularly when we had the big, when we had the floor model big back TV. That was before you had the flat screens and you hung them up on the wall and they were up higher. I'm talking about the big backs. You know what I'm talking about? Big back flat screens. Well, no, they weren't flat screens. They were big back TVs that were like floor models. But yeah, my kids would just stand in front of the TV like, oh, Dad's not even, like I wasn't even watching TV. And I'm like, and I would always tell her, it'd be nice if I could see the TV. My mom would say that as well to us as well. And last but not least, Baylor, I just knew you were going to say this one. I didn't think Britt would say this one, but particularly if you're a little boy, I mean, I'm pretty sure little girls got this too, Baylor, but I know your mom hit you with this. You smell like outside. I would tell my kids that all the time, especially when they come in the house. You be like, ooh, you smell like outside. Go take a shower. And here's the thing. Outside doesn't necessarily smell bad, but when you smell like outside, you smell bad. That is grown people's way of telling you that you're funky and that you need to either take a bath or you need to take a shower or you need to do both, or you need to put on deodorant, but you smell like outside. And outside, while in my generation was the place to be, you didn't want to necessarily smell like outside. But yeah, I wanted to just give those, man. Shout out again to Britt and Baylor. That was a great episode. I left the the link to their episode in the show notes. So make sure that you check that out. That's going to do it for me, folks. Thanks again for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. We drop new episodes every Thursday and every Sunday. Also, we have a new baby. It's called the Rap Soul Podcast. It is my personal music podcast. It's a place where we talk about music and artists from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s when it comes to rap, soul, hip-hop, and R&B. Simply put, it's the best music podcast that you've never heard, so check it out. We drop new episodes every Monday and every Friday. We're also on YouTube for the 12 Kyle podcast and Rap Soul podcast, so you can watch every episode there as well. And we're on social media, 12 Kyle podcast, Rap Soul podcast, all across the board. And if you'd like to contribute to this podcast financially, hit us up on Cash App, TWELVEKYLE. Also, we have merch. Click the link and you can get 12 Kyle podcast t-shirts, hoodies, as well as coffee mugs. We got it for the low. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's going to do it for me. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000. Yeah.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the insurance company doesn't pay what you deserve after you've been hurt in an auto accident, the law firm of Greenberg & Betterman is here to help you. Get a free consultation today. Visit gblawyers.com. That's gblawyers.com and feel better.